Hello, everyone, and welcome to Our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, we'd like to welcome Dr. Imelda DeForest. She is a pediatrician here with Dignity Health Medical Group in Oxnard River Park. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Wonderful. Today, we'd like to talk about kids and COVID-19 and staying safe during these challenging times we're all having. And parents can lead by examples, so I'd like you to give us some guidelines that we can share with our children and make everybody benefit from that. Thank you.
Thank you. I think the most important thing for us parents to do is to model a positive attitude, a happy attitude to our children. So, of course, always foremost, we emphasize safety. Always keep on top of your mind safety. So, for example, please do not watch the news with your kids around because they might get anxious hearing bad things on the news or how COVID is there and whatnot. So try not to have them listen to the news with you or watch the news with you. And of course, emphasize always washing the hands, masking, and keeping the safe distance, and emphasize the safe distance is that 6 feet. It's been proven that 6 feet works. That's where least amount or no amount of virus will get to you at that distance.
You had mentioned wearing a mask, so I would like you to take this opportunity to show us all the proper way to wear a mask, because sometimes you see people wearing a mask and it may not be the proper way, especially with children. They'll pull the mask down below their nose. So I just wondered if you could show us the proper way to wear a mask.
Yes. Okay. Excuse me just a minute. Let me reach over and get a mask. Okay. So number one, don't hold the mask in the middle. Hold it at the edges. You know, and even your face coverings and such, these are the things. This is a surgical mask. Some people wear those nice fancy face coverings, but just observe the same thing. This one has a wire at the top. So you want to put it at the top of the nose, like so. Okay, let me remove my eyeglasses. So you put the top of the nose like so, and then loop it around the ear. If it's too loose, then you can always double it up like that and put it over like that. And in order to avoid the escape of air from the top, you can pinch, and also it will keep keep the mask in place. And then that's important for us who wear glasses. We don't want our glasses fogged up, and that's how it works.
Right.
And you know, this is the wrong way to wear a mask. Some kids get irritated with they don't get used to it yet, and they might put it down like this. That's not proper. It needs to be covered like that. So also the entry, and the entry of the virus also is through the eyes. So let's not touch our faces and let's not touch our eyes.
Very good. Well, I'm very pleased to see the proper way, because you want to make sure that your kids have the mask on to protect themselves. That's the whole idea of it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I see some of the kids that come to the clinic and we put the mask on them and they willingly put the mask on and leave it on. Of course, there's a few who's like, I don't want any mask. So what can we do? But I'm so amazed that some kids just take to it. They observe that we're doing it. Now all the adults are wearing it. So they say, okay, I guess I'll wear it too. So modeling
that's very important that they do wear it. So again, we have to lead by example with them. With children now starting online classes and virtual learning at home, we want to keep them healthy and keep them learning at home, of course. So eating well, sleeping well, and not feeling too stressed is very important to children and their learning. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes, of course. Keep your, kind of simulate like as if they were going to school. Keep a schedule. Stick to the schedule. Have them eat breakfast. Have them prepare for the day and brush your teeth and stuff like that. And then when you have snacks at home, I advise that you keep the healthy snacks at home. Cut up the fruits, put them in containers already in the refrigerator. So when they're ready to eat, they can just go and grab, one of the snack bins, which you fill up with healthy snacks, yogurt, your fruit, cheeses, rather than, going to the pantry and raiding the cookies and eating the chips. So I advise you just not buy those things and keep them, a lot of it in your house. Maybe once in a while when you go out with them, maybe a treat. I don't believe in, totally depriving them of those little treats like that, but
Right.
only do it once in a while. But help them, keep them that way, and plenty of water. Encourage them to drink plenty of water. Keep well hydrated throughout the day,
Okay.
and simulate like recess. So give them time out and a break, and send them out, play outside in the sun, and they need that vitamin D from the
Right, and we
sunshine.
do,
So
yeah,
they
we
need
want
to
to
go out.
stress that even though children are at home learning, it is important to give them that time out outside so they can really kind of run around and get that exercise that's much needed too. So I did want to hear your thoughts on that as well.
So true. So yeah, get them out there outside every day. At least 1 hour of physical activity is good. We always advise that anyway. Um, that's that 5210 number that we always do. 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day.
Okay.
No more than 2 hours of video time or screen time. 1 hour of physical activity, and zero sugar drinks and food if possible. So keep that in mind and follow that too.
Very good. I know that our kids are also playing with other kids, so that's sometimes a concern for many parents on how to keep them safe when they're around other children as well. So I would assume staying with the kids is okay, but they should probably still wear a mask. Is that
Wear a mask, yes, if
okay?
possible. Very important. Wear a mask, and still try and keep that distance if possible.
Okay.
And always, again, always safety is number one. Keep that in mind, number one on the top of the considerations you take in.
What about hand sanitizers for children? Is that something that is safely used for them?
They can use the hand sanitizers. However, I would advise using soap and water to hand wash most of the time. And if in a pinch or in any situations where you can't access soap and water, then use the hand sanitizer.
Okay.
However, overuse of the hand sanitizers can cause, it can cause dryness of the hands. And there are some kids who have eczema, and that can worsen their condition if they keep using
Okay.
those hand sanitizers.
Mhm.
And so moisturizers after the hand sanitizer probably might alleviate some of that problem.
So what I would like you to kind of emphasize a little bit more too for parents is the positive attitude that you spoke about. I think that that's a really good idea. And I don't know, I mean, I would hope it's a good idea for other parents to kind of follow and be the lead when it comes to being positive. You addressed that earlier, and I just want you to talk a little bit more about that.
So kids really are very sensitive to their parents' moods, and the atmosphere at home.
Hmm.
They could react uh, to negative vibes from the parents in
Okay.
their own way. They could be misbehaving themselves. However, if they see that their parents are confident, they see that their parents are, they're facing this with them in a positive, in a positive attitude. The children will pick up on that, and it's so important. They always they observe a lot, more than you know. They look at what you do, what you say, how your expressions. So keep it positive for them, and they will get through this just fine. So,
Very good.
mhm.
In closing, do you have any other advice you would like to share with parents out there for their children now that everybody's going to be going back and doing school learning at home? Um, I just wondered how you felt about that, how you felt kids can benefit from being at home now rather than in the classroom.
Um, well, there are pluses and minuses with the
Okay.
staying at home all the time for learning. However, uh, it is what we have to live with. So I think the parents should be the first ones to say, okay, it's not only you guys, everyone is in this. So we're doing our best. So let's do it this way. Be happy, give a positive attitude, and give them hope. Model hopefulness. model praying, model, saying that this will be okay. Don't misbehave in front of them, and so that they won't misbehave in front. They too won't do the same way. So whatever the children will pick up your lead is what I always tell the parents. So.
Very good. Well, thank you so very much, Dr. Imelda DeForest, pediatrician here in Ventura County, and we appreciate the tips and health advice that you have shared with us today to keep both parents and their children safe during these challenging times of COVID-19.
It's my pleasure, Sandra, and thank you very much again for having me.
Very good. And thank all of you for joining us today on OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone.